Let me rope in Rakesh Sinha, Member of Parliament for the Bharatiya Janata Party. He served at and in various levels, been a spokesperson of the party as well. Rakesh ji, thank you very much. Always good to speak with you. Let me ask the obvious straightforward question. I know it's been a good day. You are of course hoping that the day would have been better in Jharkhand. So let's take the question on what happened in Maharashtra. What do you think worked?
You know, the state elections are now connected with the national politics, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision and action, which has been giving India a dignity and a dignified place in the world politics, and the economic development which has been taking place has a great impact, and it vitalized the voters of the Maharashtra. This is one of the reasons that party got the massive majority in the Maharashtra. Second important thing is that party workers at the grassroots level worked very systematically, scientifically to convey the voters the right message at the right time. And third important factor is that opposition parties remained fractured with the blinkered vision. The India alliance is not only fractured, but also it has blinkered vision. Any political coalition or political party which does not have a clear vision about the nation's development, they don't have the leadership which has a categorical opinion about the national issues, that not going to match with the BJP. These are the three factors which led the BJP's landslide victory in Maharashtra. One thing I would point out, that the politics of minoritism is getting exposed day by day. When things happen in Bangladesh, which is the most atrocious attack on Hindus, we are blaming Kamala Harris, presidential candidate in US, that she was not speaking for Hindus of Bangladesh. But what about Rahul Gandhi? What about Sharad Pawar? What about Mamata Banerjee? So these are the reasons which have galvanized the voters, and Narendra Modi represents three things. One, the security of the country, that is the most important thing for any nation in the modern world. Second, the development. He symbolizes development. And third, very, very important thing is that inclusiveness, whether it is a financial aspect or the social aspect, Modi does not represent only political development. He also represents the social cohesiveness, cultural development, which we all are witnessing.
But Rakesh Sinha, you also had roots and associations with the RSS. So I have to ask you the question, because in Haryana, this is what we were discussing. We were discussing that the RSS mobilization happened on the ground. Now, I don't know the internal dynamics. You'll probably understand them better, of what happened in the Lok Sabha election, what point was being proven when. But if that was the question in Haryana, what was it in the hometown, Nagpur, where the headquarters are?
You know, the development in the country, and that development is concerned about the India alliance and their intellectuals and their partners outside the world, what I call a metropolitan alliance. They are not the isolated people. The India alliance leaders have brain in Paris, in New York. Soros is one of the persons who declared that
Some would say Chicago.
he would destroy Modi. Now, this is a challenge for all the nationalist forces. Therefore, it is every RSS Swayamsevak is much more concerned, not for BJP coming to the power, but more concerned about that the security of the country, dignity of the nation, and undiluted sovereignty. So, all these three things, which party is? I think BJP is closest to the RSS ideological vision, and therefore it is a naturally RSS workers worked at the grassroots level, and definitely this work has helped the BJP to get
So let's talk about Uddhav Thackeray. Now, I was just mentioning that Bala Saheb Thackeray was the original. I mean, his Hindutva position was even stronger than the BJP's. Kar Sevak, he's the the original in many of these. At the same level that an LK Advani would have been. In the event that a Ram Mandir got built in Ayodhya in now, what was it, January this year? We are in the end of the year now. Uddhav Thackeray could not find the time to go. What does that signify? Was he trying to change his ideological leanings?
Uddhav Thackeray is an example of the ideological corruption. In the modern Indian political history, there is no parallel of Uddhav Thackeray. He is the son of a great figure, Balasaheb Thackeray, who was a votary of Hindutva. For lifelong he claimed, he professed, and he advocated the Hindutva. He sacrificed his professional career for the sake of Hindutva. He unfolded from Marathi Manus to the Hindutva Manus. And his own son, who claims his legacy, sabotaged his ideology, his vision, his personality. Therefore, I think that common workers of Shiv Sena felt cheated, and some of them might be with him in physical form, but mentally they are with the BJP and its ideological vision.
Okay.
I think this is the decline of a leader who had a great legacy, but he himself
Okay.
sabotaged.
All right.
his
Okay.
own
But
legacy.
Rakesh Sinha, now let's talk about the picture when we talk about Hindutva, right? So this is no longer, the campaigns no longer was not Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. It was Ek hai to safe hai, and we all know what the connotation of that is. It's straightforward that Hindu voters need to unite across caste lines. The other guys are trying to divide you on caste census. You need to unite and unite for us. Has the BJP then managed to do this, unite caste votes in Maharashtra?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has given a slogan that Ek hai to safe hai. This slogan is not a sectarian slogan. This has a wide implications that we all Indians to be united. We may have ideological differences, political differences, but on democratic platform we should be united. This worked for all those people who believe that there are threats from outside, also inside. Enemies are not only outside, they are also inside. Disrupting forces are active. They are trying to create a situation in which India should balkanize. Their vision is not uniting India, their vision is balkanizing India. They are using the aberration of the caste form, they are using the aberration of the economic inequality, they are using the aberration of other cultural elements. So they are collecting aberrations to give India a bad image, to attack India's sovereignty, India's basic fundamental unity. On the other hand, BJP led by Prime Minister Modi and RSS ideology are committed to create a cohesive atmosphere in which our culture should unfold. Our society should go for more inclusiveness and financial inclusiveness. Jan Dhan to Jan Dhan Yojana scheme to the Ayushman, all are the examples. I consider that this battle is between two ideologies. One ideology represents the balkanization of India, other ideology represents the
but has a correction then happened? Okay, but has a correction has happened because we saw some momentum loss. History is history, win is a win, forming a government is a government, stable government is a stable government. But the opposition had its the wind in its tail after the Lok Sabha elections. After Haryana, after Maharashtra, is it now gone?
I think Prime Minister Modi's vision and his action, you just see when he became Prime Minister, he started Jan Dhan Yojana. Every month a new scheme is coming in, and the new scheme is dedicated to the poorest of the poor. You go to the remotest area of the country, you will find Modi's scheme is working. That is making impact. The people are more concerned about that social stability. And social stability can't be achieved without creating an egalitarian atmosphere. And this thing works everywhere. In Haryana it worked. It worked also in Maharashtra. Some people may counter question it, why didn't it work in Jharkhand? I think that party has realized that there are certain problems at the state level, certain problems in organizational level which fail to encash the central government programs, Prime Minister's vision, action. So I think that is a matter of self-introspection, but the wave which started from Haryana and reached to Maharashtra, and in the last election, the BJP got a handsome votes. And one Lok Sabha seat in Kerala, which has been the basin of the Marxist and the Congress, This shows that saffron wave is engulfing the
Okay.
entire nation, and I hope that in
Okay.
future
Well,
the party
there is momentum
the
back.
party-
There's no denying it, Rakesh Sinha. There is momentum back. Nobody can run away from this. This is not a victory. This is a wave that has happened in Maharashtra. What it is, it is. Rakesh Sinha, thanks very much for joining us. Always good to have you. Rakesh Sinha has been sitting and we've been having these discussions for the better part of 20 years. And another person who's still with me is Pankaj Vora. Pankaj ji, before I sort of wrap up and take a break, we have to talk about Priyanka Gandhi for a second. What's going on here? I mean, she has won, no surprises. Wayanad is now, believe it or not, a Gandhi bastion. What's that telling us? What is this day of in politics of Priyanka Gandhi becoming an elected MP for the first time?
Yeah, she has made a very impressive debut by winning by over 4,10,000 votes. The margin is much more than what Rahul Gandhi had achieved during the July parliamentary elections, June-July elections. So she is someone whose entry was long awaited, and the Congress was hoping that she comes into the political arena at the national level into the parliament, and therefore enlivens and also liven up the proceedings there. She is a very strong speaker, and during parliamentary polls we all saw that she had challenged Prime Minister Modi on many things which he had been saying, and she had got away with that, and people she had made a mark as a very effective campaigner.
Yes.
So we have to now watch what does she do in parliament.
Okay, but I have to ask you the question, why now? I mean, it could have happened at any point of time. Okay, kids, college, going to college. I've heard all the reasoning, but why now?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing is that it's a family that was keen that Rahul should be there straight and she should do the backroom politics. But everyone knows that within the Congress there are power centers. But the Gandhis, one thing which is very remarkable about them is that whatever their differences are, but when they come out in the public, they speak in one voice and they do not contradict each other. Both Rahul and Priyanka have diametrically different styles of campaigning. They have a different personality, and Priyanka is one who has captivated the imagination of a large number of people. Many people liken her to a grandmother, but she has to go a long way to fill the boot,
Okay.
the shoes.
All right. So why take the safe seat in Wayanad? Why not give a contest in the big seat in the actual Lok Sabha elections?
She had the option. She could have contested from Amethi. She could have contested against the Prime Minister from Varanasi. But at that point of time, the party had considered her to be a better person to do things and campaign. Wayanad was chosen because Wayanad had returned Rahul Gandhi when Amethi had rejected Rahul Gandhi, and the people there had been totally committed towards the family. So the Gandhi family wanted to leave a message, send a very strong signal to the people there that we have not deserted you, even if Rahul has retained Raebareli, and that's how Priyanka is coming in.
Okay, so for people watching, is it two coteries? Is it two camps? Is there a Rahul camp and a Priyanka camp, or are they one voice?
The thing is that, as I said, that there may be differences between the brother and sister, but when they come out in the open, when they come out together publicly, they speak in one voice. So it's very difficult to decipher what.
Is it inevitable that she will eclipse Rahul?
Well, she has a very strong charismatic personality. Rahul has had an image makeover after his Bharat Jodo Yatra, but Priyanka is someone who does catch the imagination of the cadres, and it is possible that she may emerge from the shadows and become.
Okay, last quick question. Robert Vadra. I mean, he said very publicly several times that he wants to get into electoral politics. Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I can't say, I can't predict, but for Robert Vadra to come into electoral politics, he will have to first get elected, and for that to also happen, the Congress will have to first give him the ticket. Now, whether this will happen or not, it's not for me to answer, but I find it very difficult, and I don't see it happening in the immediate future. If the Congress was in power and was very comfortably placed in national politics, then he could have been made a member of Rajya Sabha or something like that. But right now I don't in the near future, I don't see that happening at all.
All right. Straightforward questions. We have tried to now juxtapose everything. I need to now take a very, very short break. We are back on the other side to discuss who, of course, is going to become Chief Minister in Maharashtra. It bets are that it's going to be Shinde back. What happens with Devendra Fadnavis when he gets a promotion up into the center? We'll have to see. A couple of days from now, we will find out. I'm told the BJP Parliamentary Board is having that meeting as we speak. See you in a minute.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.